Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 83 of the Generation Gaming Podcast. I am your host this week, Tyler. I don't understand it. I point at myself when I say my name. Every time I host.
This guy.
It
happens to everybody.
Yes. I feel like
Nope, doesn't happen to me. It just happens to him and you.
Yeah. But anyways, you know, you heard these voices. You listen to this before. You know these voices. There's we got Jake over there in Tennessee.
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Yeah, nice. He apparently
I have to appeal to our Latin American listeners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. The Southern guy makes sense. I think I'm closest. I think I might be closest to
Canada.
No, that's Jack, which is actually in Washington State. That was me introducing you, Jack.
Oh, he knows.
I got confused there.
Let it hang.
Oh, okay.
Hey everybody, it's the Jack of Hearts. Just doing what I generally do. And,
Okay.
and I guess it's pissing off my dog tonight.
Your dog is very adamant about your
Tell
intro.
him I hate him.
No, he don't care. He just wants his food, I guess.
Oh, well, I can't blame him. I'll be barking too. I'm the same way when like I get beer at the grocery store and I'm just like barking at the cashier because he's not feeling like
Bark.
You're
Not doing it fast enough.
Like,
Bark.
Sorry.
Make my vehicle fly.
Okay, guys, I gotta be back in just a moment here. This is getting kind of overwhelming.
Okay. All right. Well, since he's gone, let's go ahead and just kind of jump into what we've been playing, man. So, Jake, why don't you start with what you've been up to?
Well, what I've been up to is school started for me today, and first day back, so kind of get used to the new sleep schedule. And the Saints Row 4 re-elected and Got Out of Hell came out today. Mm-hmm. And I've watched the opening cutscene for Got Out of Hell, and I just want to go play that now. Can we stop recording? I want to go play that now.
You can stop recording. That's fine. I'll keep recording. I can do the show by myself. I can kill an hour.
Do a monologue and then
we got a crap ton of topics this week. I'm sure I can kill an hour with these topics.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I'll wait.
Okay.
Because I have the kindness of my heart to you.
I appreciate it.
But I made a little vow that I'm not going to play Destiny anymore.
Huh?
Yeah, like after doing 5 daily heroic stories in a row, like back-to-back days, like I'm just done with it. Like I don't get the material I need, and I get a plethora of material I don't need, and just drives me crazy. It's like, all right, you've beaten me, Bungie. I'm done.
Wow.
And I'm probably not going to play it until the next DLC comes out.
Okay.
And then
that was gonna be my question. If you were gonna just,
since I have the season pass, I'm going to play it. But
makes sense.
What did I just walk into?
But since I have the season pass, I'm pretty obligated to play it, or that's just a waste of $35.
Okay. Well, so I know we're still like in the what we've been playing, but we were discussing it. I want to just jump into it real quick. Have you seen the leak about the DLC for the next year or so for Destiny?
Yeah, it's how there's supposed to be like this huge update later this year.
Yeah, it's September for Comment
update or whatever it's called.
And then we're supposed to get another one like late at the end of the year or early next year. And I think we get one at the beginning of like 2016 or whatever.
Yeah,
so basically there's 2 season passes and then a big expansion.
Yeah, it's going to be
2 DLC packs.
What was it? It's going to be, I think it's not the Dark Below, that was the last one.
It's like Wolves or something like that.
Yeah, House of Wolves.
House of Wolves is the one in March.
Yeah, it comes out in a couple months. Then it's supposed to have the Comet update later this year.
Yeah, like September.
And then in December is going to be the 3rd actual DLC.
Yep.
And then next March is going to be the 4th DLC.
Yeah,
which the Comet update actually boosts the actual limit to 30.
Mm-hmm. And I believe, but you have to buy another season pass for the 3rd and 4th update.
Oh, that would make sense because it's not going to be worth spending freaking $40 on 2 missions or basically 6 missions and 4 strikes.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Yeah, well, and if you get if you're on the Xbox One, you got screwed because you don't get 2 of those strikes, I think.
Yeah, but
So, yeah.
I think the next expansion I'll get for the PS4 if I do end up actually playing it more.
Yeah. I'm somewhat intrigued by the idea they're supposed to be next fall, or I guess this fall. I forget, 2015 now. We're supposed to be getting a Game of the Year edition that comes with the comment in the first DLC pack.
Fuck no.
So I might actually get Destiny.
Don't do it. Don't
probably
do it.
Won't. There'll probably be enough games to play in the fall for me. So.
Oh yeah, it'll be like last year where we have 15 games come out on the same day and only 8 of them were broken this time.
Yeah. Man, I need to do a better way. Like, I almost like
what you should do now, like find out the games that are supposed to be coming out this year, like Kingdom Hearts 3 and God, what was another game I was thinking of? Isn't Rainbow Six Siege coming out this year? Or supposed to be coming out this year?
I doubt it. That game was an alpha, like very early alpha, like 6 months ago. I doubt we're gonna see that game this year.
Yeah, I doubt it, but it's technically supposed to be coming out this year. It was scheduled for sometime this year.
Yeah,
well, I hope the Division comes out this year, though.
That was what I was going to say. I doubt we're going to get the Division this year.
I doubt we'll get any good Tom Clancy games this year.
Yeah, we might get the Division, but it might not be good. You're right.
It might end up like Advanced. What was it? Not Advanced Warfare, but Future Warfare.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What was that game called?
I know what you're talking about.
Future Warfighter.
Oh yeah, that horrible game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the. I forgot what it was. It was like the long-awaited wait.
I think
it was announced the same time as Patriots was announced.
Yeah, and then Patriots got canned. So.
Yeah.
I think the Division has been like my most anticipated game for like 3 straight years now. So I hope it comes out this year.
But what I would recommend doing is like right now before you get your tax returns, make a list of games that are coming out this year that you're interested in.
Yeah.
And then when it comes E3 time, look at that list and then add a couple of the games that you want, and that's it. Like top 5 by 5 games this year. Rent the rest.
There's already a handful of games I'm getting in the first half of the year, but I just I can't. I think I bought like 9 games in like the second, like between late August, like September and November. So I need to.
Well, I would recommend just making a top 5 list and then renting the honorable mentions.
Probably what I'm gonna do. I'll have games to play all next early 2016. But that's early 2016. We got enough to talk about this week. Yeah. Jake, you go back to what you've been playing, buddy.
Well, like I said, I was not gonna play Destiny, but I fell into the mobile game, like the mobile trap. There's this trivia game called Trivia Crack that everyone's apparently playing. I was just searching the App Store for something, and
my Facebook's flooded with those.
Or not, it wasn't even on Facebook. I was on the App Store looking for something to download to play. Yeah, I saw Trivia Crack and was like, okay, never heard of it. Play it. Apparently, it's huge. It's really popular. It's probably like the next Candy Crush Saga.
Oh, good.
Oh, that big, huh?
I guess so. Like, there's a few people on my friends list that are playing it, and God, the game's like you don't. It's a trivia game, so it gives you like multiple choice questions over multiple categories. And basically just competing against another person, and you have to get 6 characters. And if you get 3 questions in a row right, you have a chance to get a character. If you fuck up that question, it moves on to the other person. And it's an asynchronous game, so it's like you can play it, put it down, and come back a day later.
Yeah.
And pick it up. The game does have microtransactions, but I probably put about 2 hours into it for the past 24 hours, and like I've played probably 5 games, and not even paid $1 dime for it. It's like, okay, yeah, I fucked up the question. Now I'll wait. Fucked up another question. Now I'll wait. Oh, good, I got 4 questions in a row. And I fucked up the 5th question. Now I'll wait.
That doesn't sound like fun.
No, but the game itself is fun. It's like, I want to say it's like you don't know Jack.
Those type of questions.
Yeah, but like it has the flaw where people, like the fans of the game, make the questions, and the fan votes on the questions. which can be kind of confusing. Like, it can go from like one of the easiest questions in the world, like, what Pokemon doesn't evolve from Eevee? And it'll list like 4 evolutions or 3 evolutions, and then one like random made up name, or like the minute detail of which is the closest star in the galaxy, to Earth, and it's like, wow.
Andromeda.
Not the galaxy. I meant star.
Oh.
Like,
The
what's
sun?
the closest star that isn't the sun?
Oh.
And it'd be completely difficult questions. It's like, there's no real middle ground. It's either really hard or really super easy.
Huh.
Huh, well, is that a good balance or not?
I don't know. It's kind of it's a balance, but I don't want to call it a good balance.
Equals out.
There needs to be more middle ground.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but the game is kind of fun. I think I might keep playing it. It might be my Candy Crush. So,
Oh, there you go.
but other than that, trying to play the Saints Row, nothing really much I've been playing.
Okay.
Fucking tired of Destiny.
Good for you. Welcome
That's
to
where
the dark
I
side.
was.
Yeah, you're about
Unlike
months
you,
ago.
Jack, I've actually played the game
Dude, I did play the game.
for
I have
3
played
hours.
with people, but not like on my friends list.
He beat the game, to be fair.
Yeah, I did.
What, 5,
Tried
6
doing
missions?
some raids. Kind of got uninterested in it. You know. And
Did you do the
traded it
raid
in.
by yourself? Because that's impossible.
No, I didn't do the raid by myself. I did it with a couple of people online, but that was just with strangers.
Yeah,
You don't talk to strangers.
he doesn't even talk to his friends.
That's
I
true.
do talk with my friends.
Not
All right,
online.
Tyler, when was the last time he messaged you on PSN?
I delete
Extra
my
Life?
messages. I
God
delete my
bless. That
messages.
had,
Probably Extra Life.
The last time, to be fair, the last time I actually talked with you guys, say on PSN or something like that, that was during our Extra Life.
Oh, to be fair to me, I'm not ever on PSN, so...
That's true. You guys are actually...
That's
he's
true.
never really on PSN either, to be fair. He's
Well,
on like
whenever I feel like it.
he's on there every couple weeks.
Except
I
for, like,
turn
the
it
past couple
on,
of
then
days.
I turn it on, download something, then turn it off.
If you see me on PSN, I'm probably playing NBA 2K15. So
NBA
That or
or
watching
some...
Vimo.
watching what?
You watch Vimo?
Voodoo? You mean Voodoo?
Voodoo, yeah, Voodoo.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking here.
I either-
Netflix,
I'm either-
Voodoo, sometimes WWE app. I see Tyler watching stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my gaming in a nutshell. So, Jackie boy, what have you been playing now? Last week. Yeah.
Well, for something uncharacteristic for me over the past year, I actually went through and played a bunch of different games. For one, I finished up the game that I borrowed from one of my friends, Danganronpa 2, which, you know what? That game is pretty much a freaking mindfuck now that I think about it. Why?
this game so
Because
bad.
you have a certain expectation of what the game was going to be, and then all of a sudden you have all these twists, like right near like the fifth, near the end. I would just say near the end of the game, like the last couple of court cases and stuff, to where you figure out how this person like murdered these people and stuff, and the way they did it and stuff. It's really cool in a way, because you're figuring out, okay, you're trying to use common sense to try to figure out, how does this clue do this? What statement does this? It's basically the same concept things that I've been saying over the last couple episodes about Danganronpa 2. But I would say the ending of it was just really interesting, though, because it just kind of expanded the more horizontal thing of just being like one particular subject, and just made it into like something a little bit bigger. Kind of like how the end of like the original Danganronpa was. But with this one, you actually have like, this is going to be like a mini spoiler though. You have, well, actually I don't feel like I want to give a spoiler. Why? Because that would kind of ruin parts of the game for people that want to play it. But, let's see.
Yeah, don't spoil it because it might come to PS4. Because if I hope it comes. I'm hoping it comes to PS4 so I can play it.
It's probably, I'm not too sure whether or not it'll come to PS4 or not, though. I mean, Chunsoft is like a small developer that, well, they don't really make too many like releases for some of their games that I'm aware of. But
Okay.
hey, there's a possibility it could come with PS4. So yeah, I'm not going to go into any type of like spoiling details. But I gotta say, I really really liked certain aspects more so than I did in the original Danganronpa. However, there are certain other features of the game that I really didn't like. Like, for example, the Hangman's Gambit. Like, from the first game, I liked it because I could easily pick out the numbers and stuff and do this. For the second game, I have to try to pick certain numbers, like match two numbers, right, before they crash into each other and I lose health. Huh. And so, as you can expect, if the numbers are going faster, it gets harder for me to try to, pick through and match numbers. No, not match numbers, but match letters to their corresponding things. Because what you have to do, you have to pick up two numbers. You have to place one number on top of the... Oh, God, I said numbers again. Letters.
On the numbers, on the numbers, on the numbers, on the letters, on the numbers.
So before I have my brain fart, what you're doing is putting letters, matching two of them in a row. You press the triangle button, and it goes into the corresponding, text bubble. So what you have to do and try to get the right letters that you need, you have to go ahead and try to eliminate some of the other ones so you can get the right ones. And I really had a hard time doing this because of how fast some of the letters were going and bumping into each other. It got to a point that the certain last part of the game, I was just getting frustrated because it's like, oh, come on, quit crashing into one another. Because it was literally going so fast and so cluttered. I mean, I was literally dealing with 5 to 7 letters at a time here, trying to cloud up the screen.
Wow.
So it's got to be freaking chaotic. I managed to get the last couple of Hangman Gambit stuff done though, but another feature that I didn't really care for though, I think, was the logic drive stuff. I felt it was kind of basic in a way because generally what you're doing is you're just trying to figure out particular questions, and the way you answer these questions is by going towards a different path, like on this virtual type of snowboarding game, I'm considering that it looks like. Basically what you are is, it flashes to a mini game where you're in this virtual world, right, and you're placed on top of a virtual surfboard or something, and you got to navigate around this scrolling, this first person scrolling type of course and stuff. You know how in certain snowboarding games like Cool Borders 2, you're going and try to navigate around terrain and stuff like that?
Yeah.
But for this game, it's you got to try to answer particular questions by going through certain routes, and then trying to avoid, dropping into pits, try to avoid these blue triangle things that are just going to pop up out of nowhere. I mean, it was fun for the first couple of cases that there was used, but I really just did not like it too much after, because it just started becoming kind of stupid and sort of inconvenient too. Especially since a lot of the questions that it pertained to using that thing was easily guessable, in my honest opinion. Let's see. Other than that, the story I felt was better in certain aspects, but not as impactful, because it kind of recycles the boss portion of the first game, which I'm not going to say who the actual person is. But other than that, yeah, I really did enjoy Danganronpa 2, and I'm really looking forward to if the third game in the series comes stateside, because it's not really guaranteed, especially since the Vita is doing so poorly right now in the US. But other than that, I finished Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, the original Mario Brothers, the main portion of the game. And let me tell you, God, it has been such a long time since I played through that version of Super Mario Brothers. Because, like I was saying before, an episode or so ago, you're playing Mario Brothers zoomed in, and you have to try to look out, for particular drop-offs, or, just basically holding the D-pad up or down, to try to look out, to see if you're going to fall into a pit, or just basically look for enemies and stuff like that. I finally went through yesterday, got to the final portion of, the World 8, and after I beat the game, I unlocked the lost levels. The original Super Mario Bros. 2. It symbolizes, a Luigi icon or something like that on the main screen. So I start up the screen and stuff like that, you press on Luigi's head and you get to the lost levels. And I gotta say, you play the Lost Levels like in that type of format, the same thing as the main game, it is freaking hard. And I'll tell you something that's really hilarious. I was playing through like the first level of World 3. I went through a particular section of the course, and I came up to a warp point that allowed me to try to flash back to World 1. But what's kind of masochistic about it, I was on my last life, and the only way I can actually get out of that situation was by falling down a pit that was conveniently right at the left side of where the pipe was. So it's either save the life and repeat back to World 1, or just drop down that pit and just restart again. So it's like options like that. Like, say, inside that particular game, the Lost Levels, you have particular other items that are sort of different than the original Mario Brothers. Like, you actually have a poison mushroom, which it looks much different than, like, the regular mushroom. It looks sort of like black and, black and purple? Instead of, like, the traditional, like, red and yellow. Like, not red and yellow, but, like, red and white. And if you, like, even touch that poison mushroom, you lose your super status, or you even, like, die if, say, you don't have a super mushroom. But overall, the difficulty, I feel, is just right. It's allowing me to think a little bit more clearly of what I want to do and stuff. It's enough of a challenge to where I feel like, oh man, I'm really getting my money's worth out of this game. I mean, I only paid like about, what, $6 or something for the game in general, but I'm getting a lot of good content out of it. Mm-hmm. So the last game I played, I started up yesterday, and I started like just plowing through it like in the span of like a couple hours, is Infamous First Light. It's the free game that we got from PlayStation Plus. I haven't finished Second Son, and once I saw the First Light thing come out for free, I was like, you know what, I'm going to play that first, and then I'm going to go back to Second Son, because some of the story features like just tie into Second Son, the beginning of it.
Doesn't it take place before Second Son?
It takes place as basically
concurrently?
No, it takes place before you meet Fetch, I think is her name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Fetch.
And basically you're going through her story from, like, not necessarily spoilers, since you heard about it in Second Son a year ago. That basically you're going through where time, I think she got her powers, if I'm not mistaken, to the drugs she has to take, and then her rampage.
Okay.
That's what I think. I'm not necessarily, I haven't actually played it.
Well, okay. I can tell you this. I can tell you this though right now, just from playing a couple hours. I really wish that Sucker Punch would have went with Fetch as a character over the main protagonist, because she seems a lot more interesting than. Say,
come on! It's fucking Kid Trunks. It's Laura Bailey. She's always interesting.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest issue with that game was I liked this. I liked all the characters in the game. I wish I would have spent more time with all of them, especially your sidekicks.
Because there's one sidekick I did not like at all. It was the one that controls TV stuff.
He was okay. I thought, like, overall that the game needed a little more, maybe not much more cutscenes, but a little more
story.
Yeah, you know, for at least like when you're walking in the world, like some communication instead of just silence the entire time and just running through it.
Music playing, then you killing random bad guys, and
there was it was just there was none of that. But go on, Jack. It's your time to talk.
So would you say, Tyler, that you probably liked? Well, this is a question for both Tyler and Jake here. Would you say that you liked all the other like characters more so than, say, the main character?
I don't know. I liked the. I don't know. Maybe individually, yes, but I liked the main character and his brother. I liked every scene they were together.
God, what's his name? Destin.
So. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even remember the main character's name that well. It's like I
don't either. And I played a couple of. I played a little bit of Second Son, and that's kind of. I
haven't played that game in a year, so
yeah,
I probably should go back through.
I can just say this beforehand, and I know from my prior experience, if I play a video game or something and I don't remember like the main character or what the hell that he's actually doing the first.
Oh, I know what he's doing. I just don't know the name.
But anyway, like I was saying, it's like that's kind of like a signal for me where it's like, oh, that character's not very memorable. But Anyway, going back to First Light, I really love how fast Fetch is with with her neon powers and stuff. I mean, I was literally just like collecting all those little neon orbs and like getting all those various like districts and stuff cleared just like one after another. Mm-hmm. It just felt a little bit more fluid because I was upgrading things faster than I would be for Second Son. Plus, let's see, I went through I went through all the time trials. I collected all the little neon stuff. And basically, I did all the graffiti stuff as well. So all I'm left with is I think it's like the photography type of opportunities. I think it's you have to take these screenshots or something like that. Oh. I'm not too sure, but it's just the last things I need to do to 100% each district is like certain hidden missions and stuff. Which basically that's all I really need to do now is that plus the what was it that you have to do? Some of those like battle type of missions where you're still like captured by that one lady and stuff like that. You have to try to do the simulation things in order to combat these particular like soldiers or
like the battle arena thing.
Yeah, that battle arena type of aspect. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Another thing I gotta say though, I really like the aspect of the color contrast with Fetch's neon powers as composed to, say, what the smoke powers are for Second Son, because I can actually easily see what I am actually attacking for certain aspects. It's a really cool contrast because Seattle and even like the Pacific Northwest in general, of course there's going to be a lot of overcast, a lot of like rain and stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty symbolic of this area in general that I live in. But you see the neon powers flashing, doing this and doing that. It's really interesting.
I would recommend if you have a history with Caesars, do not play the game.
Yeah, you know what was kind of surprising to it is, I know you've said that like about, like a lot of episodes ago, but I thought my eyes would get a lot like fatigued or something after a while for playing it. I played it for like about a couple hours and stuff. I mean, yeah, there were some things where my eyes were kind of strained a bit, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But anyway, I did enjoy playing like Infamous First Light. I might finish it by the end of this week. That's really dependent upon what else I'm in the mood for. So anyway, that's about it. Tyler, you're next, I guess.
Okay. So for me, this past week, I did knock another game off my my bucket, or not my bucket list, but my pile of shame. I finished Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yay!
How'd you like the story?
I love the story, dude. I love the entire game. The entire campaign was great.
Really?
I would compare it to. I would say it's almost as good as like the first two Modern Warfares, which I hold those up at like a different peer. Like, so for me, that's saying from my point of view, that's saying quite a bit because I love those two campaigns.
Is it better than the original campaign for Black Ops? That's the question.
I would say yes.
That would be tough, but it is pretty good for me. Like,
I would probably put it third behind. I put Modern Warfare 2 first, and then Call of Duty 4 second, and then probably Advanced Warfare, then Black Ops.
Oh, okay.
It was definitely the best one. The last, like, I thought Ghost, Black Ops 2, and Modern Warfare 3 were pretty bad. So this is, for me, a really good one. I liked it because it's a little more cinematic. Obviously, Kevin Spacey was brilliant in it. I like the fact that your character does talk some now.
Yeah, isn't it Troy Baker? So
it is Troy Baker.
Obviously, he's going to talk.
Yeah, but I mean, it's nice
a little bit then.
Yeah, I love it. And then the new powers. I hope the next one. It's Treyarch making the next one. They need.
Is it Treyarch or is it Sledgehammer?
It's just Sledgehammer made Ghost, so Treyarch is making.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can go back from this. Like this. Just the powers and then this overall how great the campaign was. They need to keep the stuff like the weapons. Like, I love the double jump, just like little things like that. It's like I can't go back. This needs to stay. But no, it was.
Gotta go back.
Yeah, we can't. It's like we can't go back. So like I said, I hope it stays. I hope Treyarch plays this game and realizes, okay, all right, we need to scrap what we're doing and just do more of that.
I wonder, though, how much do they pay for the zombie mode?
Probably a bit.
I imagine it can't be that much because it's under the same umbrella of Activision.
Yeah.
It could be very as easily as the heads of Activision are like, hey, so Treyarch, you're going to give them the rights to make a zombie missions. Oh, okay. Like, I don't think they had to pay any money. Like, maybe they had to give up some in return in the next one. I don't know, but like, I really can't see Treyarch wanting anything from them.
Yeah, I can see that.
But no, it was great. I loved it. But going on to really the game the new game I played this week. So the Xbox One had the exclusive Evolve beta, but PS4 got the Evolve technical test. I'm using
basically a beta.
Technical
test.
It's a beta, but here's the weird thing: this is a beta. The game went gold 2 weeks ago, meaning the game is complete.
The beta is basically for server testing. That's all it was.
And that's what they were saying the technical test was. It's basically
kind of concerning.
Well, no, it's like with all the broken games, that game being an online only game,
Yeah.
They did it smart by the game's done. Like, they're just giving it out as a teaser.
Yeah.
And as a benefit for them actually testing the servers, that's a plus on their side.
Yeah, it's actually a smart move. We've had enough issues with games the last 6 months, so
yeah, no shit.
So basically, the game works out. For me, it starts off with like you do like a walkthrough of how to like use the monster. So basically, it's a 4-player online co-op game, and
technically
then,
5-player, but
technically 5-player. But there's 4 humans, and then there's the 5th player is a monster, and there's different ones. And essentially, the monster is this big, huge creature. There's other creatures in like the levels. You can kill them,
eat them, and then it gives you more power to level up.
Yeah, and then you can evolve and you get bigger and stronger as you as you eat more of these creatures. And so I played probably like an hour or so of the evolve. I was only up for like the weekend. I played for about an hour of it. Everyone I didn't like playing. I played once as the monster. I really didn't. I didn't find it all that fun. I imagine if you do it enough, you find better ways to be the monster. There's things you can do better, but I don't know. Every game I played was under like 5 minutes. But essentially, there's 4 human players. Like I said, there's like the assault guy, the support guy, the trapper, and I think
you have the trapper, the medic, the
medic is the last one. Yeah, the assault, support, trapper, medic. Basically, the way their names sound is what they are.
That
but it
sounds
really
generic to me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and it was fine for what it was. I think if I had like 3 friends, or at least 2 friends I could play this with often, it would be. I think I would pick this game up and play it. Like if I was guaranteed, like you and me, like us 3 would play this game one night a week for like 2 or 3 hours every week for like the next 4 months. All right, I'll buy it.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
But for me, it's just like it was a fun game, but it's just like it's a game that requires friends, and that's the biggest issue. It's online only, but like I said, every game I played was under like the longest one I think I had was like 5.5 minutes, and every single time
the monster that knew what it was doing.
Yeah, every single time the humans won. It was like basically that the monster would just run out, like the people who were controlling the monster would run out, and just try to onslaught the humans. And the problem is like even if you kill one of us. The other one, the medic would just run over and revive us.
And you'll get trapped in the arena by the trapper.
That doesn't sound too fun at all. That just sounds kind of
one-sided. The point of it is you don't go after the humans right away. You kill other little monsters in the game. Evolve your monster, become stronger. That way you could outrun the tracker or the guy that sets the arena.
Trapper. Yeah, so
and you just get, real quick, you get stronger to complete your objective. There's no real point of killing the humans because they just respawn.
Right.
But you do what you do to slow them down, then destroy the objective.
What I'm kind of wondering is if you're playing as the monster, do you have like a big old like bulky like health bar or something like that? Like say the same amount as say like the 4 players you're going up against?
You do with an asterisk.
With an asterisk, really?
You can build up a shield. The more enemies, or the more creatures you eat, like you build up like a shield, and you have a pretty long health bar. But then you build up a shield as you.
I see. As your shield goes away, like your health bars basically nothing. Yeah, like maybe like.
Huh.
I want to say it depends on what weapons the hunters are carrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on how fast your health bar goes down.
And you'd probably die in a few minutes. So if you just had your health bar with no shield, it'd probably still take 3-4 minutes to kill you, depending on how good they are.
I was when I played. I think it was the alpha.
Yeah.
Like I went through the game like as the monster. I lasted probably about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I had my shield. My shield got wiped within like probably 30 seconds. Then the next thing I knew, I see my health bar go down like within maybe a eighth of a hit. Like the guys I was playing against obviously knew what they were doing against me who didn't know.
Shit.
Me who didn't know, who was just jumping in as the monster for the first time.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, technically, gameplay-wise, everything, like the shooting is fine, the classes are fine, everything's fine about it. I just think it really depends, like, on the person that plays the monster. If they smartly know what they're doing, they'll do really well. But at the same time, I think it might be boring for the 4 people, because you're like the whole point for the 4 people is finding and killing the monster. But the monster is like
if
hiding
the monster's
off.
Smart, monster hides.
Yeah, and that's kind of boring for the 4 people. And then, but it's like you have the person that's just gonna run in and attack the 4 people. It's super easy for the. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think the gameplay part I have no complaints about. It's just I don't know about the longevity of this game for some people, and it's gonna depend on.
It could be another Left 4 Dead where it has its core group of audience that plays it nonstop.
Well, hopefully it does. I mean, come on, we want something like this around, you know?
Yeah.
Because the concept of it sounds really cool.
Yes.
Honestly, it has that sort of like an aliens type of mentality, which I love. But yeah, I really hope it has a lot of legs to last for a few months.
Like, I want to, like Tyler said, I want to play this game, but I want a core group of people to play it with.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No shit.
I want that MMO mentality where, all right, we all get on at 11 p.m. Eastern time. We play for about 3 hours, then every other day we hop on, do it again.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why I don't play a lot of games online. Is because we haven't really had that in a long time. We
really haven't had it since the current gen consoles launched.
Yeah, like Battlefield 4 at the beginning, but that was it. So, and I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with this being it. I just doubt it will be it. But I mean, like I said, it's a fine game. It's all based off I think your friends list. But let's go ahead and move into. We have a bunch of topics, so let's kind of go ahead and jump into those. Let's start with the big one. I guess we could do the bigger one first. So there was a Nintendo Direct last Wednesday. We talked about it. It happened we recorded a day before it. I'll go over the clip notes real quick about what was talked about. For the 3DS, they announced a new Fire Emblem game, no title and no date. For that, there's a Puzzle and Dragon game with the Super Mario Edition for it. Apparently, it's super popular in Japan. It's like a match 3 game, and then there's a Puzzle and Dragon and then it's like a downloadable iPhone game. And then they just announced that there's a Mario Brothers edition coming out in May for 3DS. Mm-hmm. Pokemon Shuffle is going to be a free-to-play match 3 game like Candy Crush coming out for the 3DS in February. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, which has been talked about for a while, it's coming out. It's got an official release date of February 13th. Mm-hmm. Going on to the Wii U, they announced that they are not really remaking, but they took some of the Wii games, they're making it able so you can use either the Gamepad Pro or just the regular Gamepad for Wii titles. The first 3 announced were Super Mario Galaxy 2, which is out now. Super Punch Out, which is out on the 22nd, so by the time you hear this, it'll already be out. And on the 29th of January, we get Metroid Prime Trilogy, which is the first 3 Metroid games.
Which that's a good buy right there, considering that the original copy is still being sold over $50 easily.
Yeah, these
especially
games
if you go to places like Amazon or even GameStop if they do have them in stock. But it's a great deal for 3 great games that 2 of the 3 were on GameCube. So anyway, carry on.
But they said the first week each of those games are out. They're $10. After that, they go up to $20. And then Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. Kirbo. That's like a Rambo game with Kirby.
Hey, I'd play it.
Kirbo.
Yeah, I'd totally play it.
Mixture of Rambo and Kirbo.
It's a Kirby game on rails. But they announced
it's
that
a small, tiny Rambo. Oh my god, he's multiplying.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
I just imagine
oh
him
my
with,
god. Oh my god.
I just imagine him with like a bandana on. And like, oh god.
You just see a fucking
dual
gorilla with a
M60s.
bandana on. Oh my god.
That would be awesome.
Sorry
I totally.
people for
Kirbo, First Blood.
Kirbo, First Blood.
Following, he's gonna have like 8. He's gonna have like 8 Krabby movies. That's a Rocky reference. But anyways, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is coming out for the Wii U on February 20th. And they talked about some amiibo capabilities with it, with Kirby, King DTD, and Meta Knight, the amiibos. They announced there's a third and fourth wave of amiibos coming out, I think, in March. And there's another one after that, I think like May or something like that. There's a Super Mario-based amiibo figures coming out that go with Mario Party 10, which is actually like more. It's actually more characters that have already come out, but they look different, and they're for Mario Party 10. And Captain Toad is getting one that will be for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That comes out March 20th. Also on March 20th coming out is Mario Party 10.
Yep.
Splatoon is coming out in May. They announced Majora's Mask DLC for Hyrule Warriors. And then we got a bunch of like eShop games, digital only games. Kind of the one that stands out the most, I think, was Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, which is kind of like Mario Makers, where you build your own maps. Yep. And it's going to be the first one to have cross-buy. So if you buy one on the Wii U, you'll get on the 3DS. If you buy on the 3DS, you'll get on Wii U.
Yep.
We also got a nice trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is coming out later this year for Wii U. And the big news to come out of the Nintendo Direct is the new 3DS. As I like to call it, the Super 3DS. Coming out on February 13th. There is a red and silver version of them. Does not come with the AC adapter, which is the charging cable. They announced...
Yeah, you're not going to need it.
The Amiibo, you won't need that at all.
It's solar powered.
Yes. Just stand outside. Go outside. That's what they're telling you to do.
Go outside with your handheld.
No, what it should be
Pointing at the sun.
It should be LCD powered.
Yes.
It's gonna be like that game Block Tie, and the sun is in your hand or something. That game for the Game Boy Advance.
That game was horrible.
Outside in order to get the fucking items or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, but they announced there's two other editions with it. There's a Majora's Mask edition, which is sold out everywhere. That has the Majora's Mask on the cover.
Dude,
and
but the thing looks so fucking amazing though.
Yeah,
the whole design of it. Oh.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's gold and has the mask on it. And then there is a Monster Hunter 4 edition that's like $300. That one's still available everywhere, but
yep.
That's the other one. It's silver and it has like some I don't know much about Monster Hunters. But the only game that's going to be exclusive to the new Nintendo 3DS is Xenoblade Chronicles. That I believe doesn't come out until April.
Yeah, this one's not being done by what the hell was that? Monolith Soft or something like that. This is actually being done by the studio. I believe it's Monster. I'm not too sure about the name of it, but they're the ones responsible, I believe, for the redone Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. The one that came out for 3DS about a few years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't the remake of the Wii game.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
so we have some credentials.
That was the big news of it. Jake, anything stick out for you in this direct?
Oh, I'm definitely going to pick up that new DS or the NEDs.
Are you actually being serious right now? You're actually going to get it?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
I love how honest he is.
So basically with the new 3DS, it's going to have a C-stick on it, and it has face tracking 3D.
I would probably pick up the new 3DS if the C-stick wasn't in that weird spot. I'm
okay with it. It kind of makes sense for where it is. It's kind of like a dual analog. If
it was dual analog, under the buttons, I'd probably pick it up. But it's just in that weird little spot. It's I don't want to take my hand off the C-stick to go down to the buttons.
I kind of wish it was sort of like another C-stick. Not like another C-stick, but like another analog circle pad dealy.
That's pretty much what the C-stick is, though.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of like the format where you have both of the sticks right above where the button layouts are at. So you have the D-pad and the 4 buttons right corresponding, so it's settled evenly. It just looks kind of weird how small that C-stick is.
It's right up there in that little corner of the screen. you have to have small hands to actually use it.
So, Jack, what did you think about this Nintendo Direct? Anything good, bad?
Well, starting off, I really love the aspect of a new Fire Emblem game potentially coming out this year. I mean, for one, Fire Emblem really, the Fire Emblem game for 3DS really was up there on my favorite games thing. Like at least a couple of what was it, like 2013? I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
It ranked pretty high up there. That's for good reason because it was a solid game from beginning to end. It's great cast of characters, great story, great combat. It was the most easily accessible Fire Emblem game in the entire series, in my honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So for another one of those games to be coming out so soon, dude, I'm all in. I want to play that game. That puzzle and dragon stuff, that's kind of weird, but you know what? I might give it a try. It's a new puzzle game. I'm really into those type of games. But
but I think in Japan they're getting it as like a cheap downloadable game, but here we're getting charged full price for it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
If it was silly Americans.
Yeah, so if it was like an eShop downloadable game, for like $10, I'd probably pick it up, but I'm not paying $30, $40 for that.
I can understand where they're going at with the amiibo stuff because honestly, that's probably one of the smartest things they could do right now since they're really going to the bank with this thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, as of this recording and stuff, they're well over 2.5 million amiibos sold, and that's for those Smash Brother figures.
And that's only in America.
Compatible with that's only here. Compatible with games like, say, obviously Smash, Mario Kart, Hyrule Warriors, future titles as well. But
isn't Captain Toad supposed to have amiibo support?
Yeah, he's gonna have Captain Toad comes out March 20th.
Yeah, he has his own freaking Toad amiibo, which is kind of funny.
Basically, all it does is it adds if you have the Captain Toad amiibo, in every level there's a pixelated version of Captain Toad, and you got to find him.
That's pretty much it. It's
as a little Easter egg.
It's a little Easter egg side quest, I think. It's not too ideal, I think.
Nothing to run home about or anything like that. So
the big thing about this Nintendo Direct, though, I was really kind of surprised that they went the route of not including an AC adapter with their fucking 3DS. Their new.
Hey man, 3DS. It's LCD powered.
Well, honestly, with this thing, it's obviously trying to appeal to people who've already bought their 3DS lines. So, what's not kind of good, though, is if somebody who's never bought a 3DS up to this point buys it and it doesn't have a plug to it, they're going to have to try to spend extra just in order to get that.
That's it. They're making money that way. It's like...
Well, I understand. Yeah. That's kind of a stupid way to make your money right there.
You look at it, though. Say 1 million people buy this and they buy the adapter. That's $10 a piece. That's $10 million right there, just on stupid chargers. So, makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's kind of shady, though, too, because when you buy a product, you assume it's going to be all there and stuff in order to power it and stuff.
God, what was it? There was
something essential as a plug? I mean, come on.
God, what was it? The new 360 Slims?
Yeah.
Granted that they were a little generous giving you the HDMI cord.
Yeah.
Early on, but now you don't even get the component. You just get the stupid, you just get, I want to say, composite.
Oh, the composite stuff?
Yeah, you just get composite stuff now. I don't even think the new PS3s comes with an HDMI cord either.
No, I don't think it does. Boy. I think I had to buy an HD cable for mine.
It's like we're used to stuff not being sold, but something to actually power it.
Yeah, you actually you might have an extra HDMI cable laying around. That's not a big deal.
Or nonetheless, you can just unplug it from another.
I mean, in those situations, those are video quality things, but that's a lot different than say an AC adapter or something.
Right, something that actually requires you to power up.
Yeah, what if you just went? It's like if you went out and bought a $600 iPhone 6, and then you go home and it's there's no charge.
Chances are, if you buy a brand $600 iPhone 6 at full price, you can probably spend $10 on the charger.
Yeah, if you can find a charger that cheap.
Or even more to a familiar type of aspect, it's say you bought a console, say a PS4, and doesn't have a fucking plug to it. Yeah, that's kind of the same way I feel.
If you didn't sell your PS3, the power cord for the PS3 is the same for the PS4.
That's a good point.
How would anybody would have known to keep something like that if
You just keep your old consoles.
Carry on, Tyler.
But anyways, so my looking at it, I thought it was an okay direct. I didn't hate it. It was more of it wasn't any big announcements. It was more of just like kind of confirming dates. Like Codename Steam, they did announce amiibo supports with Ike, Marth, and Lucina from Fire Emblem. You can use those amiibos if you have the new 3DS. The new 3DS, that's another thing. It does have the amiibo support. So like the Codename Steam, it does. You can put Fire Emblem characters in it if you have their amiibos. But looking at kind of the big thing, I like the Wii titles coming out for it. Really, I'm holding out for like Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess. Those are the two big ones I want. I hope we get those soon. Just kind of build up hype for the new Zelda. But we won't get it because it's Nintendo. But
might wait another couple of years for it.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll probably never see them. But Splatoon, I'm gaining interest in that as the more I see about it.
Oh man, that game.
Especially when I look at May, like pretty much between like after March for me. Excuse me. After March for me, there's like nothing coming out for at least a while, so I might pick up Splatoon just out of nothing to play. Xenoblade Chronicles X, I'm getting more and more excited about that game. I was excited when I first saw the trailer at E3. I'm getting more and more excited every time I hear about it.
Seen the last trailer of like the Xenoblade Chronicles X game and stuff. That has me kind of a little bit excited too, because it looks like you can actually just go fully explore the full environments and stuff like that, doing all sorts of various crap, and how big those fucking creatures are. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it looks gorgeous and it looks like a lot of fun. I've talked enough about Codename Steam, how excited. That's so far my most anticipated game of the first half of the year.
And if you pre-order that game, though, at GameStop, you get a Majora's Mask pin. I mean, that's kind of funny.
If I haven't gone digital, I would probably do that. So the new Nintendo 3DS. Jumping into that for a little bit. Jack, I know Jake said no. Jack, what is your thought? Are you gonna get this? Are you thinking about it? Where are you at on this one?
Honestly, it would be easier to have that around on for some particular games, considering that it boosts up certain games a lot more faster than it does for the current 3DS XL I do have. But I'm not going to get it immediately, honestly, because I have other stuff I'm interested in trying to acquire before then. More than likely a new iPod Touch. Or
Pokemon Omega or Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, that too, but that's later, way later. But I would think sometime, maybe by the end of this year, hopefully. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to get back in my tax return, so it's like, to me, I will get it, just not within the next couple months.
Okay. So, for me, I pre-ordered mine.
You did?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes.
For one game.
No.
It's more than one game.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even gonna get the one game that's exclusive to it. I'm probably not even gonna get that game. I might get it. It's April. There's nothing coming out in April. I might get that because of that. Might pick up Majora's Mask then actually too, because I'm not gonna get that at launch. I have enough games in February to play. For me, the reason $200 when I saw that, I'm like, that's not horrible. I mean, I was thinking the $250 range for it. But then I saw a deal. GameStop has a deal. If you trade in your old 3DS XL or a Vita, you get $100 off when you trade in to get it. And I think
But there's no way to actually transfer your content to and from those 3DSs if you do it that way.
So that's my issue right now. Is I pre-ordered it. I got $100 into it right now. My plan was trade in. I already got paid for. Just go ahead and pick it up on the 13th. My issue right now is Nintendo said they would announce later how to transfer over stuff, and I'm hearing words that unless you actually have the XL, you can't transfer over saves.
You know, when I did my initial transfer from my original 3DS to my XL, I needed both systems and stuff, and that's what I quintessentially did. I just transferred one content from one system to another. Basically, it was just a memory card to memory card transfer.
Well, and
for a lot of it,
that was easy because it's an SD card. Like I transferred over my, I upgraded to a 32 gigabyte SD card from my 4 gigabyte. Yeah. I have an SD adapter on my laptop, so I just plugged them in, copied and pasted them over to my 32 gig, no problems. Kept my saves.
Yeah.
The issue now is with the 3DS, with the new 3DS, it has a micro SD card.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I know.
So I already have like a 32 gigabyte SD card micro SD card laying around here somewhere. My issue is right now is like I'm hearing rumors that if you want to transfer over all your saves, you need to have your XL to transfer over to the new one. But they haven't announced yet the best way to do it. The only way I know how to do it is if you still have the XL when you get with the new 3DS. So if I can't find a way to do it with keeping my saves, then I'll just hold on to my old XL. I'm not
on my old XL regardless, dude.
This is here's the reason why I'm not getting that. I've put in hundreds of hours into Pokemon, and I don't have an XL.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means even if I wanted one, which I really don't, I would not be able to transfer my saves.
You can transfer over your saves with your old 3DS.
Well, for Pokemon stuff, you can actually use the Pokemon Bank, but I'm not too sure if they have a free trial still.
Yeah,
that's more saves, not necessarily the Pokemon itself.
Yeah, no, but you can transfer over the same way with the XL. It's just there's like a thing in the settings of how to transfer. You can just do wireless transfer. So I'm just kind of waiting. They said they announced soon. I'm waiting to hear on it. If I can't, I don't get a for sure way. If I'm not told either or, I'm just gonna cancel my pre-order, and I'll just take my money and I'll put it towards like the order 1886 or something like that. Right. But that was kind of the direct. Move on to our next topic. So we'll keep with Nintendo real quick. A quick thing. Nintendo announced today that Club Nintendo is ending shortly.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know what Club Nintendo is, every time you buy a game or a console from Nintendo, a Nintendo system, it has a code in it. You put it in, you go to Nintendo, like clubnintendo.com or whatever, and you type in the code and you earn points, and and with those points you can get free stuff or even free games virtually for your 3DS or Wii U or even the Wii. So they announced that they're ending that soon. So if you have points available or you have a bunch of games laying around and you haven't put the points in yet, do it now, because here soon you won't be able to. And whatever points you have left will be gone.
A little word to the wise, though. If you're redeeming your points like right now and stuff, wait till February. They're actually going to bring out a lot of various games and other exclusive like offers and stuff for Club Nintendo members and stuff for their final month of being a part of their service.
Yeah, I think you have until the end of March to use those points. But like Jack was saying, like there's going to be a big thing in February for every month they update it with new games. So
I'm just hoping that it's just some stuff that worth buying. Yeah,
because most months it's crap. So
agreed.
like I have like 1,500 points, which usually the games are only 150 to 200 points. So
I know from the past the most worthwhile stuff that I've actually gotten from there that I've actually bought off that service. One, I got the golden nunchuck that was going around. That's one thing. Then another, I got a couple of like downloadable games. I mean, one of my free games was I think it was like NES Remix or something like that I got last year, but
nice.
That was kind of that was pretty fun game though, but not kind of a reward thing that they were traditionally doing, like say the little statuettes that they had or even the Mario hat.
Yeah, well, it's like the like last year, if you like earn enough points throughout a calendar year, you become a platinum member, and at the end of the year you get like they get a gift. So like last year it was like a handful of games, pick one, you get a free game. So I got the game of Wario game, which is like a WarioWare game for free.
Yep.
I think it's like an NES Remix. Like the only game I ever got out of it was Super Metroid, and like I've had this thing I've had this Club Nintendo thing for like 2 years, and I've got one game out of it. So that was just kind of a quick thing. Moving on, because we have a bunch more topics to go over.
Okay.
Microsoft has once again dropped the price of the Xbox One back to $350 American.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna put it back up to full price just to tease you, and we're dropping it.
Yeah, it's like, oh crap, no one's buying this anymore. Go back down to $350.
I could have sworn that didn't I say something about this?
I think we all said something about this.
I think so too. I think we all said along the same lines that there is no way they're going to keep that up to fucking $400 after the initial holiday thing.
Yeah,
after the 3 months, 2 to 3 months of them having it.
Well, and plus tax season's coming up for the United States. It makes sense for to drop it back down and make it the cheaper console. Like at least probably through at least till April or May. Just if not, I think you should keep up this price
probably
forever.
Gonna be indefinitely.
It's gotta be. Like, I don't know how you can go back up from that.
All right, question though.
Yeah.
It was $3.99 for America, and then £309 pounds.
Yep.
In UK. Did that drop as well? Or
I don't know.
Because £399 and $399 are completely different.
Yeah, 399 pounds is like an extra like $80-$90 American. It's only for, it looks like it's U.S. real. From what I read this article, it sounds like it's only in the United States. So, yeah. So you guys, everywhere else sounds like you get screwed.
Again.
Yep.
Again.
But don't
I'm
worry, the
happy to live
Xbox
in
One's
Europe.
not that great.
Yeah, you're not missing much. Just get a Wii U and a PS4, you'll be happy.
Or just get a high-end PC and a Wii U, you might be happy.
That works too.
Yeah, there you go. That actually works.
As long as you get a Wii U. Everybody just go out and buy a Wii U, for the love of God.
But
What?
Nothing.
I could have sworn he just said something.
He said something. I think, did you say you have one?
Yeah, but I don't.
Oh,
Oh.
got me all excited. I'll put my pants back on.
Why are we going to play? Nothing?
Oh, dude, there's something. We could play Smash Bros. and Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Rousing chorus of Funky Barn.
We've had,
Yes.
we've all had Mario Kart 7. How many times have we played?
I don't have Mario. I had Mario Kart 7 for like a month. I didn't like that one very much. So
But the point is, we all had it at the same time. We didn't play.
yeah, we played some Pokemon together. That was pretty.
We sat in the freaking Skype chat and played freaking Wonder Trade for 3 hours.
We did a couple matches. We did a few matches, and I think I won those. So thank you
You
very
might
much.
have been against Jack, because I only remember playing against Jack.
I might have only played Jack, but we were in the same Skype chat. Anyways, moving on. So Sony, after saying we're sorry a couple weeks ago, flipped all of their PSN members off. We finally have got a date. We are getting the 10% off code, like we talked about for being down during Christmas. Everybody gets off your next bundle purchase, not just one game. The next time you purchase anything, you can purchase 10 games and get 10% off all of them. That is coming out. We're getting a download code. We're supposed to be getting a code here soon for it, but
Check your emails.
yeah, we're supposed to be checking our emails. Supposed to be getting in the next couple of days. You'll already have it probably by the time you're hearing this. But between January 23rd and 26th, these codes have to be used. So
That
you
one
can't-
weekend.
Codes have to be used. It's under
They have to be used during
legal
the
guidelines.
weekend.
From noon Eastern to...
Yeah, I think it's like noon Eastern to January 23rd to noon Eastern January 26th. But you cannot use it on a PS Plus subscription, which was my idea. So I can't do that now. Music
that's
Unlimited
shitty.
and on movies.
Basically
So-
on
Use it on
$60
what?
games.
You have to buy games.
So you have to buy games with these 10% off stuff.
Yes.
That's
So
oddly specific.
yeah, well, I mean it's not a bad idea because there's a couple.
No.
Wait, can you use it on a PlayStation Now subscription?
It probably won't work for that. What do you guys think?
Well, at least it's something. That's all I got to say about it.
That's true. At least
I'm
it's better
in
than
the
nothing.
minority and say I really didn't need anything. Like, they were nice enough to give us free extra 5 days of PlayStation Plus for the downtime.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
nice.
and that
That's
was
good enough.
my standpoint initially, but then they offered this 10% deal.
Then they offer the 10%. I was like, awesome, awesome. You have to use it by the same time. Fuck you.
Yeah, basically that's where I'm at. I'm like, oh, cool. Like we're getting 10% off. Like, I'm like,
What you could get is, God,
I
what's
think
that
it'll
game
be
called? The
Fandango.
Crew
That sounds cool. Okay.
or Drive Club.
no, I want to get a game that works.
Aww. But
So no,
You could get Out of Hell.
I already played Saints Row 4. If I want to play Get Out of Hell, I can download it for $20 on my 360. So, because otherwise you gotta buy the whole Saints Row 4 on PS4.
They don't. It's a standalone game.
Really? I thought on
Wow.
on the old consoles it was standalone, but you had to buy Saints Row
Nope.
4.
When I downloaded my Saints Row 4 re-elected edition. My Saints Row 4 is not installed. Get Out of Hell is. Before we recorded, I loaded it up, and y'all heard the opening cutscene.
Was that on
that's
360
what it
or
was.
was that on Xbox One?
Xbox One.
I'll have to look into that. If I can do that, I'll do that. But if I can't, then I'm not. I enjoy Saints Row 4, but I don't want. It's a game I don't want to go back to. But we still got a couple more topics to go over, so let's go over them real quick. Borderlands is returning in HD. What?
Nani?
No. Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel.
The Handsome Collection.
The Handsome Collection, as they're calling it, is coming to Xbox One and PS4 on March 24th. March 27th everywhere else. I believe it's full $60, and there is also a big $400 bundle that comes with a real claptrap.
And plus you get all the DLC, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's like $40-$50 right there. So
probably
I think yeah, I think we all called this like a long time ago about the pre-sequel. It's like it's eventually going to come to the new consoles. Yeah. I'm not going to buy it on the old ones. So
and
Jake
is going to double down again.
Yeah, Jake. You're picking up by the Borderlands Handsome Edition on March 24th.
It really depends on if people play. Like we said about Evolve, Borderlands is also one of those games you have to play with people.
Yep.
Which is probably why I didn't get too far into the pre-sequels, because I really didn't have anyone to play with, and I don't feel like talking to randoms.
Yes. And I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's gonna. If I get it, it's gonna be a last minute decision.
Same.
And
it's like one of those. I'm at the game case. Might as well.
Yeah, and if it's much like Evolve. If I see enough people, if I hear enough people are getting it, I never finished Borderlands 2. It'd be kind of fun to go through it again and maybe finish it.
You could also never mind. Your saves is on the 360. So
yeah, so that's a cool thing they announced, that if you could take your saves from the old consoles and bring them to the new ones, but it's only if it's in the same
console specific.
Yeah, so if you could take your PS3 saves over to PS4 and your 360 saves over to Xbox One.
Huh,
so
I mean, Jack and I would have our saves, but
you two would, I'd have to start over, which is not a big deal. I was only I wasn't very far into. I think I was probably halfway through the story.
Would my Vita saves carry over?
It didn't say anything about that actually. It only said 360 and PS3s, so I doubt it.
But my PS Vita can go to my PS3.
There you go.
It's a valid point. You might be able to transfer that over. I don't know. It's another remaster. I mean, it's not really a remaster.
Yeah, it's a it's a shinier up-res and put out.
Yeah. So
I'm sure this is just for funny for Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
Yes, and then don't they have that Battleborn or something coming out at the end of the year or sometime next year? So more funding for that, I guess. But I guess it's time to wrap it up, guys. We're going a little long here, so we'll go ahead and jump into the Wrestler of the Week.
You know what, Wrestler of the Week for this podcast episode, I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox, because last night there was something on Raw which I found really hysterical, and it involved this Wrestler of the Week, which is Damien Sandow. Now, with Damien Sandow, he has this gimmick currently and stuff where he mimics The Miz. Everything that he does, like in the ring or outside the ring, he just...
He's a stunt double.
He's yeah, exactly, because in the storyline aspects, he's getting paid to be Miz's stunt double. So he does any and all little things, and last night was really hilarious because there was a little skit and stuff with Triple H and Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Shawn Michaels and stuff, and they were asking where X-Pac was at, and all of a sudden you see somebody who looks like X-Pac. And initially I thought it was Sean Waltman, and he was just doing the crotch chops and the whole everything else, and all of a sudden you see the real Sean Waltman come over. It's like
yes.
And all of a sudden, you just see both of them staring at each other and stuff, show Waltman putting up the too sweet symbol and stuff. Damien Sandow just doing the same thing and stuff, doing the crotch chops and stuff. He's like, oh man, hey, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, that whole thing just had me up in stitches and stuff. And afterwards, you could literally see the expressions on everybody's faces, in that promo. It's they just had to keep from busting out laughing.
Yeah. Triple H eventually lost at the end of it.
I was like, oh man, I'm so ashamed.
Yeah.
But Damien Sandow, he's wrestled inside WWE for years now. He was there during the Attitude Era as a jobber, honestly. Certain parts as a jobber.
he's tried to get himself like established, but they hardly have anything else to do with him up until, well, really this moment right now with his stunt double gimmick, which, you know, that's not the best use of his talents because he's a great wrestler. He's really technically skilled. He has his little elbow drop that he has, the Obito Akiet, or otherwise known as the elbow disdain stuff. But, I really don't know his finisher because I haven't really seen it. Like,
he doesn't win a lot of matches, so
he doesn't win a lot of matches, though, and that's really a shame. The biggest aspect that he's actually had was winning a Money in the Bank ladder match a few years ago, but he lost the opportunity to John Cena, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which really enforces the John Cena buries almost every wrestler he comes up against.
No. Bad. No John Cena talk. Go.
Well, Jake would agree with me on that one. Anyway. But anyway, Damien Sandow is our wrestler of the week. So, yeah, if you want to see some of his matches, go ahead and go onto YouTube, see some of his great promos and stuff. He did have one little promo that he had when he was fighting Randy Orton during one match where he actually was singing his rendition of Orton's theme and stuff. Like, Randy Orton, he is lame, blah blah blah, it's so insane.
I would just YouTube him singing I think it's the New Age Outlaws mimicking them.
The thing about
That's pretty good too.
The thing about it, he has a lot of charisma for that. And he makes the most out of all these shit gimmicks. I mean, God, there was a time where he would just have all these bad gimmicks and stuff. The WWE would just pitch him for sort of the heel of the week aspect, wearing a LeBron James jersey in Miami or something like that. Or maybe it was Cleveland. I think it was.
No, it was. I think he did it in both actually. He did it in Miami, and then a year later, he went. Oh no, he did it in Cleveland as dressed up as LeBron James in a Heat uniform. Then after LeBron went back to Cleveland, he wore a Cavaliers jersey in Miami.
Oh my God. Or how about that one thing where he's dressed up as Magneto?
Yeah, that was awesome too.
Oh my God, it's spurred a lot of comments oh, hey, I am Magneto, master of magnet.
Yeah, he's great at what he does.
Well, anyway, that's Damien Sandow. Carry on, Tyler.
Yes. All right, very nice. So, Jake, man, do you have any trivia for us this week?
I was trying to find something, but I was searching nonstop to find something for the Saints Row 4. Because I think we talked about this before, the $1 million super dangerous Wide edition for Saints Row that had the capsule wardrobe, the Lamborghini, Toyota Prius, and all that other ridiculous luxury shit.
I think we talked about that in episode 9.
It was something like that, but we never really talked about who bought it.
Okay.
Oh, wow, someone bought it?
Somebody actually bought that.
I was trying to find out if someone actually did, and I can't find... I think that was actually just a prank, because I can't find anyone that actually bought that, and I'm sure if that was real, some millionaire out there would actually do it just for publicity.
I think there was only one.
Yeah, there was only one, and trying to find it, but anyway, from the dubstep gun, which came full-size dubstep gun that came with it.
Which I almost bought.
No. You almost bought it?
Yeah, I almost bought that big $100 pack.
Oh my God.
Glad I didn't.
Well, when the game was being developed, 2 groups of developers were secretly making the dubstep guns without the other group knowing. When both groups found out about each other, they merged what they've created into one ultimate gun.
Huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so there's your little trivia.
Oh, very nice. So if you guys want to see more of us or whatever, we are on Facebook. We have a page and a group, Generation Gaming. We are on Twitter, Gen_Games. You'll find us on Twitch, Gen Gaming Net. And we're about to do some bonus content here in a couple minutes. We'll be exclusively on our YouTube page, Gen Gaming Net. So I think that's our show for the week, episode 83. I was your host, Tyler.
I was the Jack of Hearts.
And I've been Jake. GG, everyone.
Bye.